In today's video, we are going to go over a series of maneuvers that I think are the most critical thing that everyone should be doing every single day to maintain overall mobility, maintain overall balance confidence, and almost eliminate your risk of falling as you age. And that one thing is maintaining a good relationship between these things right here and the floor. If you're new to this channel, I'm Tara. I'm a neurologic physical therapist, and on this channel we talk about anything and everything related to mobility, health, fitness, and mindset in the context of neurologic injury, with the end goal of empowering you with as many tools as possible to take ownership of your rehab and your health to live an overall more active, more mobile, pain-free, happier, healthier life. So what exactly do I mean by having a healthy relationship between your hands and the floor? Basically what I mean is that when we are comfortable getting our hands down to the floor, we are much more confident with our walking, which I think is critical and really does decrease your risk of falling as we age. But we're gonna have a little fun with this activity because I know I've made videos on this in the past. We are gonna go through a progression, so regardless of where you're at in your abilities, you're gonna find an exercise in here that you can do. But we're gonna think outside the box a little bit and come up with some ways to incorporate hands on the floor, combined with some hip opener exercises and just some overall leg strengthening exercises. And as usual, we're gonna start easy, and the exercises or the maneuvers are gonna get progressively harder as we go. So if you're in the more advanced stage, you might be able to kind of fast forward through some of these beginner exercises. But I do want to show a progression so that everyone knows, regardless of your physical abilities, there is an activity for you that will allow you to get very, very comfortable with your hands on the floor, as well as improve your overall mobility. So enough about that. Let's go ahead and dive into the exercises. All right, for this first set of exercises, we are gonna start sitting. And you're just gonna scoot yourself to the edge of the chair so that just your bottom is on the chair. And you're just gonna reach for the floor. So you're just gonna bend over into your lap and just try and get your hands to the ground. And then come back up. And then next, you're gonna try and bring the opposite hand to the outside of the opposite foot and try and get that hand on the ground and reach the other arm up. Like I said, we're trying to get a little bit of mobility in through the hips, as well as practice getting comfortable with the hands on the ground. Good. And then same thing over onto the other side. Get that hand all the way down. Try and get it flat on the ground if you can. And then reach that other arm up. And then if you wanted to add an additional challenge, you could try and look up towards your hand. Now, if you have a strong side, you can just take the stronger arm and just reach it across and not lift this arm up at all, right? So if this arm's not working as well, really the goal of this series of activities is just getting comfortable putting your hands on the ground. And then a lot of you, if you work at it, you can get your involved arm towards the floor as well. So don't assume you can't do it until you try. This is one that's pretty safe. Now, there is a chance that you can fall out of your chair forward. So if you have a lot of neglect or you don't really feel one side of your body very well, then make sure you have some safeties around you or have someone nearby that can spot you while you do it for the first few times, just to make sure that you don't lose your balance and fall out of the chair. All right, then once you get good at that, you're going to put one hand down on one side and try and slide the other foot out to the other side. And then same thing to the other side, arm out, and slide that leg out. One more time. Down, slide that leg out. Come back up, down, and slide the other leg back out. And back up. All right, the next progression in the series is I like to move to a surface that's a little bit smaller just to make it a little bit more challenging. This is just a garden stool. Now, please keep in mind, you never want to try anything new without first working with a therapist, especially something like this. It can be dangerous. These stools are not very sturdy or stable, and that's kind of part of the progression. So it is supposed to be a little bit more challenging, but again, you have to have a little bit more balance, better balance on something like this versus a chair. So again, you should never do anything new without first working with a therapist, but we're going to go through that same progression again. You're just going to go forward and back up. Again, reach to the side. If you can, reach the opposite arm up. And back up, same thing. Arm down, reach the other arm back up. And down, and then down to the side. Slide the foot out. Now remember, these stools are a little bit unstable, so you have to have pretty good balance to do this. So again, never try anything new without first working with a therapist. Put the other hand down, slide the other foot out, and back in, and then all the way back up. All right, now we're gonna go to some standing to hands down, which is a little bit more advanced. But the first one we're gonna do is you're gonna do a little step back, hands down onto a step, and back up. And then same thing on the other side. The side that the step is on, that's the foot you wanna step back. And then hands down to a step. And back up and step forward. All right, once you can get good at that, you're gonna do hands down, reach, together, and back up. Same thing on the other side. Step back, hands down, reach, and back up. And then to advance that, now you're gonna go step back, hands to the floor, reach up, down, and back up. Step back, hands down to the floor, reach up, down, step forward, and back up. All right, and then I'm just gonna show that from the side. Step back, hands down, reach up, and back up. Step back, hands down right next to the foot, reach up, together, back down, step together, and back up. All right, now we're gonna move on to a single leg activity, getting your hands down to the ground. So basically you're just going to lift one leg back up to the back, touch the ground, and back up. Leg to the back, touch the ground. Try and get those palms all the way down if you can. And back up. All right, now this is what I call kind of like a little curtsy squat. So you want to reach that leg around. This really works those hip muscles. Curtsy, touch the ground, and back up. Step around, curtsy, touch the ground, and back up. And then that is it for this video. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you are part of our membership program, there is a handout of all of these exercises that is available for our gold and our bronze members. If you're not a member and you want to learn more about our membership programs, visit rehab-hq.com to learn more about our membership programs as well as to sign up. If you're new to this channel and you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so that you will get notified every time I upload new videos. I enjoyed spending time with you all today, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.